good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is you are viewing this video. I am Lynetta Shay, and I do not mean to harm my plant here. But yeah, thank you for joining in. Yeah, subscribe if you have not subscribed, and please like the video. But let's go ahead and jump in and get started. Today I want to talk to you guys about jealousy and how it really affects the healing process in such a major way. So in James 3:16, it states that for where envy and strife is, there is confusion in every evil work. Now, I want to point out that, first of all, kindness is like the most admirable thing that a human being can do that costs $0, takes little effort, and you don't have to strain yourself by just being kind in general, right? And if you do not like something or someone, that is absolutely fine. We all have free will. Everybody is not, someone else's cup of tea. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles, right? But just respect people. Have enough respect and regard for another human being to say, I kind of don't care for that person, but that's okay. It's okay to not care for somebody, but just be sure that in all things, in all aspects, in any perspective, just be respectful. Everybody deserves respect. Unless a person just, steps out of line with you, and then you have that thought process, then I kind of have no respect for them because they're so rude or nasty or belligerent or dishonest or whatever the case may be. Then you lose respect for a person, but that doesn't mean that you have to be mean to them in any way because you don't like them, you don't care for them, right? There's a lot of things that point out people who harbor the spirit of jealousy and hatred. First of all, being jealous actually turns into hate. It's kind of like, oh, maybe my tooth hurts, and I know that it hurts, but I'm still going to continue to eat candy, and I'm not going to go get it checked out. And then it's a cavity, but then it turns into now you need a whole entire root canal because you've waited so long. You kept feeding it the sugar. You kept feeding it everything that it didn't need. You kept ignoring that there was a problem, but you kept feeding the problem things that it didn't need. So let's think about that as have you ever been around people and they seem to just have something to say about somebody who is not in the room all the time. Out of nowhere, they just bring up such and such. Oh yeah, so let me tell you about such and such. They blah 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 this and blah 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 that. Such and such is not in the room. But all of a sudden there's a conversation about this person and they're nowhere around. And it's just all this negativity being spewed out about the person. That is a sign of jealousy. Why are you talking about somebody who is not even present? And not only are you doing it today, you've done it on several different occasions, and then you continue to keep doing it. Meanwhile, you don't even have contact with this person, not around the person, to know what they have going on, what they're doing. So ultimately, you kind of just making up lies because you can't find anything on the person because you're not around the person, but you just don't like them. That jealousy runs so deep that you just want to make up stuff. You might see them on social media or something, and you just look at their post or look at their picture and you just say, ooh, did you see what they had? In your head, it's like, oh, did you see what they had on? They have to be tricking, or I don't know, they never post about where they work or nothing like that, so they must be doing underhanded things. It's just all these random things that really is just that the jealousy that you harbor for the person is creating these fictitious scenarios in your brain, and you're not realizing that you are developing hatred, which is turning into a psychological issue for yourself, because you have too much time on your hands to sit around and conjure up things that are not true about another person just because you don't like them for whatever reason. Which also goes to prove that you really, in all honesty, seen something in such and such. You seen the beauty that they have. You seen the character that they possess. You seen the power within them. And maybe before that person even knew themselves. Maybe it was something inside of you that felt that this person is going to surpass me in some way. And I just don't want to see them doing better than me. Just because I don't. You don't really have any reason for real. You just don't. Because you just choose not to like a person for no reason. Jealousy. It is a disease. You got to get that together. You got to fix that inside of you. It is not good. What I feel about jealousy is when you feel a certain way about another person, or you feel the need to, talk about somebody in rooms that they're not even in, and people are not even thinking about them until you bring them up into the conversation. It is really saying that what you see in that person, you don't see in yourself. So rather than look in the mirror and do some shadow work and work on you, you rather tear down the good in another person by making it seem as if the good that's in them is really bad. That's and at a certain age, you really get too old to be doing that. You have to learn to go within. What is it about myself that I don't like? Why do I dislike such and such so much? Why am I jealous of them? Why am I hating on them? Why every time I see them doing this, I have to put it in a negative? Oh, they must have did something dirty to get there. They slept with somebody. They sold this or did that, or they were manipulative. You have all these things to say. Everything but something right. Everything but something good. And it seems like no matter what, somebody else will be like, oh, I never seen that from them. I think they're sweet. Or, they've always been nice and kind to me. You are still going to take someone else's comment and turn it into a negative. Oh, be careful, because that's just the facade. That's just this. Like, child, it's a disease. It is really a disease. Like, you got to check yourself. Because honestly, you're driving yourself insane. Like, seriously, you're letting something eat and rot at you on the inside. It's something about you that you don't want to fix. Meanwhile, you keep talking about this person, but it's like, okay, well, if you don't like them and they so this, they so, how you know so much about them? And that's like where I feel like the people who are listening to this trash come into play at. You need to start asking questions. Well, I thought you said you don't even talk to them. How do you know this about them? Like, yeah, start making them trip up and choke up on what they are saying. Where did you get this information from? I thought you don't deal with them. So how do you know so much about a person that you don't deal with? Let's be real. Where are your facts coming from? How do you know so much about such and such and what they're doing and how evil they are and vindictive and manipulative you say that they are, but you're not even around them? How do you know these things? Y'all don't run in the same circles. Y'all don't got the same friends. So how do you know this information? Where are you getting it from? Psalm 7:11 also states that God judges the righteous and God is angry with the wicked every day. So you speaking bad about somebody, that's wicked. You withholding people's belongings or things that belong to them because you feel like they don't deserve it, that's wicked. Who are you to say what another person deserves? The hate that you harbor in your heart for somebody don't have nothing to do with what truly belongs to them. You have no right to hold on to it. It's not yours. It's theirs. So again, that also goes to show how jealous you really are of a person. You are not the judge of anyone. So you don't get to determine who is deserving of something that does not even belong to you in the first place. The job don't belong to you. The trust fund don't belong to you. The friendship circles don't belong to you. The accolades don't belong to you. So who are you to say what a person is undeserving of? Because you harbor jealousy and hatred in your heart and it's driving you insane. You have a psychological issue that you need to take care of. And it's crazy to me how these same people who speak about other people in a negative, jealous, or hateful way, they are the same ones who run around talking about they so chosen. I'm chosen. Because I know I'm chosen. Who chosen to do what? Chosen to talk bad about other people? Because let me tell you something. People of the light, people who are truly divine, they're not thinking about the next person. I had a female who, me and her were supposed to collab on some things. And we had a conversation one day. And she was like, yeah, something was said about you publicly. It was humiliating. But she never even told me what was said. And I never even asked. Because you know why? I know who I am. So whatever it was, I know it wasn't true. Because I don't do anything. I work my little jobs. I stay to my business. I'm a loner. I'm by myself. When I do get around people, I'm always bubbly, bright, pleasant, offering such positive, motivating, inspirational things. That's who I am. Genuinely, authentically. You gonna get the same me every single time, no matter who it's with. So it can't be a facade. If every time you encounter me, I'm happy, that's probably who I am. So when you see me have a bad day or something out of nowhere, just like, oh my God, what's going on? Something's really going on. Because my authentic, genuine self is, I wake up happy. I wake up bubbly. I wake up thanking God that I'm here. I'm happy about that. Genuinely. Like, seriously. Every day is a blessing to me. I think about, how can I reach my goal today? What is it that I need to do today to get to where it is that I'm trying to go? So I really don't have time to be thinking about who is talking about me or who likes me or any of that. Because I'm too focused on me, what I'm trying to accomplish to make the world a better place, to leave a legacy for my offspring, to leave my mark in a positive way. I know that when I encounter people, I'm a person that they will never forget. Especially if you really had the opportunity to be in my presence and sit and have a conversation with me. Oh, I'm for certain that my aura left a mark. Because that's how he created me. I was created to motivate. I was created to inspire. I was created to be positive. I was created to be helpful. You gotta know your purpose in this life. I also feel that, sometimes when people always say they don't want to get in the middle, and that's fine. You never want to get in the middle of someone else's drama, right? But when you talk about, like when I said earlier, like, oh, such and such is not even in the room, but their name is in the room, right? I think it is very cowardly when you stand by and you watch and you allow abuse or malicious things to happen on your watch about another person. I think the honorable thing to do would be, hey, they're not even here to defend themselves, so let's not even talk about them. Let's keep it moving. Because, while you talking about such and such who's not even in the room, shoot, I want to share my positive news in my life. And because we're all in fellowship right here, I like the opportunity to celebrate and engage. But the conversation is so focused on somebody who's not even present. You'll never get an opportunity to get there. You'll never get an opportunity to share the beautiful things that God is doing in your life. Because you're busy entertaining the jealousy and the hate that someone is harboring for another person. Be honorable. Take a stand. What's the saying? If you stand for nothing, then you fall for anything. So no, don't get in the middle. Don't have an argument. But sometimes you do gotta make a person feel a little bit little when it's not on, purpose. It's just, look, I'm mature enough to say, hey, I really don't want to be in the presence of negativity. My vibration is so high that I don't even want to hear that. If that's what we're going to talk about today, guess what? I'm out. I got better things to do. I have better circles to be in. I don't want to be in the gossip circle. I don't want to be in the let's bash such and such circle. I got better things to do. We're not talking about elevation. We're not talking about how we could get to the millions and the billions. We're not talking about how we could create a better community for the children. We're not talking about how we can lead souls to the light. We're not talking about how we can save the earth, the solar system. I don't want to talk about it. I don't litter. So I love the recycle and the trash cans that I see, right? So it's like everything to make the world a better place, peaceful place, loving place, compassionate place. I'm all about that. I'm not about the hate. I'm not about the gossip. I'm not about the slander. I'm not about the, ooh, let's sit around and talk. I don't do all of that. That's not for me. I remember growing up, and when I was in high school, I used to hang with a group of girls. And when they would come around, me and my friends were always happy. We see each other, we hug each other. Oh, hey, that was the first thing. And my cousins used to be like, why you and your friends always happy? Why you always hug all the time? But they were the gossip group. They didn't do that. It was like, oh, what's up, B? What's poppin', ho? Me and my friends don't talk to each other like that. It's like, hey, sis. Hey, beautiful. How you doing, queen? Those are the circles that I like to be in. Those are the conversations that I like to have. That's how I want to be greeted. Queen, beautiful, goddess, sis. Don't call me out of my name. I'm definitely not walking on all fours. So don't address me with your B word. I definitely am not promiscuous with my body. So don't call me a hoe or a whore. I'm just not with it. That's not for me. That group isn't for me. That crowd isn't for me. And I take a stand, whether I walk alone or with people who are like me. That's just what it is for me. I like to reference another scripture, which is Psalm 11:6. Upon the wicked he shall rain stones of fire and brimstone, and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. So while somebody else is worried about what the next person is doing and what they're getting and how their cup is overflowing, they're not looking inside of their own cup and seeing that it's hell and it's fire and it's brimstone and it's nothing in there and it's burning to the core. That jealousy and that hate is burning to the core. You too busy hating on such and such that you're not filling your own cup up with the goodness of an overflow of blessings. Where's the water at? You need some water to put that fire out. Don't let it be too late for you. Leave your mark. Leave a mark of goodness. Leave a mark of love. Leave a mark of gratitude. Leave a mark of I uplift and not tear down. I don't have time to be jealous. I don't have time to talk about the next person. I got better things to do. My purpose is much bigger. I wasn't put here to slander. I wasn't put here to be jealous. I wasn't put here to be hateful. I was put here to find out what my purpose is and then live and walk in that. And if your purpose is to tear another person down, to block another person, then you need to be looking in the mirror at what side of the tracks you on. Because if you cool rolling with the devil, hey, just know I don't want no parts. But I want to be with the other tribe. I'm rocking with the angels. I'm rocking with the Bastavas. I'm rocking with the light. You know, I learned to not listen to the negative things that were being said about me. I learned to ignore them because ultimately I found peace in really letting God fight my battles. You know, I used to be a person that I wanted to know what was said about me so bad because I couldn't wait to be able to confront a person and give them a piece of my mind. But I grew up from that a long time ago. No, I'm going to let the Lord fight my battles. Because when you see me, you see him in me. I'm going to let him speak for me. So that way, whatever you saying, whatever you said, I am looking the total opposite of what you said. So your story ain't adding up. Your story ain't going to line up. That's what letting God fight your battles means. I don't have to entertain it. I don't have to respond to it. Why? I don't have time to put energy and effort into that. My purpose is greater. I have better things to do. I have a multitude to lead, baby. I don't have time to be worrying about who don't like me. It's going to be plenty who don't like me. And that's okay. And I'm okay with that. But guess what? God loves me. And that's all that matters to me. And those who are for me will be for me. That's why when people walk away from me or have walked away from me in the past for no reason, that's okay with me. You want to walk, I'm going to let you walk. That means you wasn't meant to go where it is I'm going. So I ain't chasing you. I ain't trying to figure out why you left. I don't care about what was said. I don't care about who lied on me. I don't care. I have better things to do. I have bigger empires to build. I have better places to be. I know where I'm going. And I'm okay with God guiding me on the journey, on my walk to get there. I understand that people will fall off along the way. Yeah, it hurts sometimes. Cause that was your homie. That was your dog, right? That was your sis, right? That was your bro. That was your BFF. Yeah, it hurts sometimes. But take the lesson. What was the lesson that you learned? People come for reasons, seasons, and lifetimes. And I'm all about finding out the reason God put them in my life. Why the season that they came in, why were they meant for that season? What was I meant to see in that season? What seed did they plant? Or what weed needed to be taken out? Because I'm sitting in a space where I'm ready for my lifetime people. I'm ready for my forever people. I'm walking with my soul tribe. That's all I want. So I don't get upset no more. I don't dwell on it no more. I don't have time to. My purpose is much greater. I'm gonna give one more scripture. Psalm 34:16. The face of the Lord is against those that do evil, and cut off the remembrance of them from the world. That is a really powerful passage right there. I don't want my remembrance to be cut off from the world. I am here to leave my mark when I'm not here anymore. I want people to say how inspiring I was, how motivational I was, how they learned something from me, how I gave them a different perspective that they never looked at before, how something that I said or something that I gave them or just being in my presence and being around me made them a better person, made them want to be a better person. I'm here to leave my mark and be remembered in a positive way, to make change, to impact. That's what I'm here for. So I don't have time to be jealous, and I do not care about those who may be jealous of me. We've went through the variations of jealousy and what that may look like in different ways, right? And we're all grown here. And some of you who tune in to me are teenagers. So again, be very mindful and think twice about when you don't like someone and when you're talking badly about someone and you always have something negative to say about someone. Because it is a sure sign that you need to look in the mirror at yourself. Because a lot of times you're looking at somebody else and you have something bad to say about somebody else because you want what they possess, you want what they have. And instead of looking at them and taking notes or befriending them and asking them, quite frankly and simply, how did you get there? Can you give me some advice? Can you show me the way? Can you be my friend? It's really just that simple. Because see, when your heart is good, and when you love yourself, and when you have healed, you understand that all you got to do is ask. I don't got to hate. I don't got to be jealous. I don't got to talk about nobody. I have better things to do with my time. And if someone else possesses a characteristic or even a material item that I wish I had or that I'm trying to go after, just ask the person. I like to think that most people are kind. There are more kind people than evil people, but I could be very wrong. But if you never take the time to get to know a person for yourself and you just listen to what somebody else says about them who's not even around them, you just as unhealed as the person who they're talking about. Who's talking about them? Y'all know what I meant. But I'm saying though, like, jealousy is a disease. It turns into hate, and it mentally, makes you have not so good mental health. Period. Because you're too wrapped up and consumed with people viewing someone else in a different and negative light, that you're not taking the time to water your own garden and nourish yourself. And understand that you're not perfect. And if you have time to talk about somebody else and gossip about someone else and be jealous of somebody else, then you have too much time on your hands. You need to find something better to do, something more productive to do with your time. That's it. That's all. Yeah. I hope you guys have enjoyed today on jealousy and how it affects the healing journey. I am Lynetta Shea. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I do have on makeup today. But as always, I want you guys to be blessed, be blessed, be blessed, and do your shadow work and heal, okay? There is no better feeling than feeling like you have healed a piece of you that has been hurting for so long. It is extremely liberating. You will feel quite free. So be blessed in your coming and in your going. See you guys next time.